Hey guys, it's a girl Queen and welcome back to the club. You don't know, hold on my bun. Where's the little falling on? That's on. Right. Hey guys, oh my gosh, it's so nice, you know. I know I made a post 2 days ago about a story time. A story time has arrived. But now it's a mukbang or whatever it is called that because I ain't gonna look to eat my breakfast. My little bread and eggs. Yeah, my bread a little toastish because that's how I like it. Anyways, yeah guys, life has been sharing them hands, dishing them hands to me. And I know my content not consistent or really that, but I try my best, right? So today we're gonna do a little story time. What you call it? A highly requested story time. I'm moving my plates. It's not going to be in the camera because a highly requested story time from quite some time ago. And I guess what you call it, that would be my birthing experience, you know, giving birth to my child experience. That was something. That was once in a lifetime experience kind of thing, you know. I'll bring it up. Since I'd bring on my camera because I plan to show them my plates, but I don't really feel like having my plate in the video. And honestly, I'm still doing it, looking at the camera and looking at myself. I try. It takes practice. If all I hear the breeze, all I know we're going through a heat problem. And my fan on 2, so supposed to be on 3. So right, so like in this video, let me just take a little bite first. I'll say there's no one in Boston, man. It get out of the airs, right? But well, I was on a little egg abstinence for a while because I'm actually allergic to egg. But when I was pregnant, I used to crave egg a lot. And I didn't want to eat it because I'm allergic. I didn't want to eat it and something happened. But I used to crave it a lot because I was lacking protein. And I was also on iron tablets because my iron low. Yada. So as soon as I had my son, I used to eat egg every day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, fried egg with toast bread. And I eaten 2 eggs and 4 slices of bread. I used to eat egg every day. And then my eczema started to flare real bad. And I had to stop eating it. Because if you see how I used to look, all of my face had it, my eczema, all over my skin as looking dry, crusted over. It was not cute. Anyways, let me get into this little story. So, Boomer is pregnant. We know that these all big people here. I have a big woman. Boomer is pregnant. So I don't know if I will tell y'all how I found out I was pregnant, but it's not really that long of a story. One of my friends messaged me, and she's like, and we were talking, and she's like, I expected anything of her. I was like, congrats, etc., etc. But I was feeling a little weird when she messaged me. I was feeling a little weird a couple of weeks before, like something was off. Excuse me, and like my body was starting to feel a little like, what's going on here? No, my period was late. My period came January. It was late February, but it came early March. Like it missed the whole of February, and it came the first week in March. So I was like, and it didn't come normal like how my periods come. It comes real different. Like it was almost not like a period. So I was like, And then when my friend had messaged me, it was like beginning of April. So when my period come early March, I was like, well, alright, it will come late March or early April or whatever. Because it do that already, like when I wasn't having sex. During COVID, it had to do that when everybody was abstaining. So I was like, alright, whatever. And then when she messaged me that, I was like, and then so my pants had started to get small now. I was like, my belly could never be getting so big. Because my friend was like, when she put on weight, she had put on weight in her belly first now. So I was like, no way I'm gonna get fat. No way at this point in my life when I'm trying to be a hot girl, I'm gonna get fat. Luckily, unfortunately for me, it was a different type of ending to this hot girl era. Well, sorry, I'm paused. To this hot girl era because I feel like I would have preferred to get fat. Because imagine if you had to pick between being fat and being pregnant. Anyways, thank God for my child. I wouldn't take it back. I would totally do it all for him. Anyways, so boom, flick. When she had them that same day, I went to my pregnancy test and I was like, all in no way. And then pissed on that stick and I sat up there in the heat for about 3 minutes waiting. And first I was pregnant. It didn't even take 5 seconds and the 2 lines come up. And I was like, as I pee on it and cover it back, the 2 lines come up. I was like, this can never be it. So boom, flick, I was pregnant. Blah, blah. I told my friend first, my bestest friend herself, and she was like, you mean for real? I was like, dog, this is an expensive pregnancy test. It's positive. It was first response. Positive AF. I was like, what's wrong with this fly guys have to eat? This is why I don't do mukbangs, because it's either I talking or it's either eating. I can't get me free. Anyways, so do went and joined clinic, etc. And I went and joined the clinic. That was like, how are you pregnant? I was like, I took a pregnancy test. How far along are you? I said, I have no idea because my period didn't come February. It come March. And now it's not here. I'm pregnant. But according to them, what had happened in March was more of an implantation period. So it was not like a period, it was an imitation thing of the egg attaching to your walls and whatever. Like spaceship plane just crashed with the cork on your uterus walls, so it got a little bruise, bleed a little bit. Me. What? What do you mean? And I had to explain to her, and I was like, Oh, okay. Oh, yeah? I was speechless. No joke. But at that point, I was living central, like by myself, with my friend. So eventually, when I tell my mother and them, they was like, "Excuse?" Anyways, at that point in my life, I was getting a lot of stress because I mean, living on your own for the first time. My job was kind of real shaky because I was getting paid by the hour and I was only working half days. So, and I was still on probation. So, I was going through a lot of stress at that time. And then, to how else I realized that something was off was because my iron was low naturally. And then I got pregnant. All of my levels was just low. And I started to faint randomly, blackout, like couldn't see anything. When I went by a doctor, the doctor told me I have an ear infection. That is what caused my alignment off. That will cause me to faint. This time I damn I was pregnant. And I never recommend here. He's a Muslim doctor, but oh gosh. He took the texture and helter skelter, and I was like spending real money by this man. Anyways, let me fast forward. Boom, pregnant, leave my apartment, come back to my mother, cause I used to get real moody, so I couldn't work on thing. And then in the health in clinic, there was like, oh, my placenta low. So at the beginning, I had a high risk pregnancy, and I couldn't do much. So I stopped working, and I come home and skin my bottom. I came back home and I did what I was doing during COVID. I gave lessons, babysat. That's my go-to. Like, you all like give after school lessons if you know anybody that needs it. If your child needs it, your cousin, your niece and nephew, your in-law, hit me up. Alright? Hit me up. I also call me in. I just babysit babies to toddler, you know? Anyways. Oh, this is in this popular. Anyways. Boom flick. So my due date was October. The end of October, I think it's 30th. Yeah. And that was my due date. No, you know my birthday is 21st. My baby shower was early September the 6th or something. Early September. Boom. Now I was done pregnant AF. Like, you can really see I was pregnant because I smallie and my belly was small. The baby was hot. They say baby in your back if your belly is small. Right? So the baby was more to my back. So that's why my back is a little plenty. Or I used to prefer to lie down and sit down. Or I used to long, like, sit down, stretch out all the time. It's because the baby was in my back. So it was very uncomfortable for me. So my due date was 30th, right? So my birthday come and pass. Boom. So, but my boyfriend's birthday is early November, like the second week in November. I'm not gonna tell her. The second week in November. So we are 3-ish weeks apart. Like, our birthday is about 3 weeks apart, less than a month. So I wanted my child to be born in the middle of our 3 weeks now, you know. For irony. So alright, But it's coming down to the end, and it's real uncomfortable, and I was having Braxton Hicks and whatever. So, when was my due dates? I was like, hello, it's time to get out, you know, because obviously I'm uncomfortable. I can't sleep on my belly. I always hungry, and I tell I used to cry bloody. I used to feel sad all the time for no apparent reason. And I used to be mean to people for no reason, unbothered. Even though I don't know how happy my child is such a happy child, and I used to be crying for nothing. For nothing! Anyways, so my due dates, I did like, alright. Day after, I was like, silence. Like, what do you mean silence? What do you mean? Oh yeah? And I tell all that. And like, my mother and my grandmother, my boyfriend, and didn't want me to go anyway because I could go into labor anytime. So I was working from home, staying home all the time, and I could not leave to go anywhere, especially by myself. I could not leave to go anywhere because them think I would have just, yeah, it's time. No. My due date is 30th of October. So November starts, and I'm like, this have to be a joke. So I'm done 40 weeks, right? I've done 40 weeks already. I said, nah. I started to watch all kind of video with how to induce labor. I started to exercise because my ass was just sitting down doing nothing in my drawers whole day because I was feeling real hot. My body was very heated when I was pregnant. So I was just sitting there in front of the fan the whole time. Whole time. So start to do exercise. No. Did I say have sex? That didn't work. I've been having sex. It did not work. Eat spicy foods. I eat pepper in my food every day. That did not work. Exercise did not work. So coming down to the end of the week, right? Because the start of November was like a Monday or something. No one lie. When it was my due date on the 30th, I went into the hospital because I was like, do something. I was like, get it out. Right. They sent me back home. They tell me, come on this date, and if you make a child by then, we will induce you. I say, oh, okay. Okay. And then I come back on the 6th. When it was the 3rd, I started to look up all kind of recipe, all kind of things to drink, all what midwives brew, all kind of spice tea. So Friday, I make my mother carry me in the grocery, and I went and buy a whole concoction of stuff. I wish I had it now, but I didn't even. No, let's see if I can get it. Hold on. Let me use my laptop. That's how I say it's on my phone to record. Let me use my laptop. And let's see if I get it. I'm gonna carry me in the grocery. all this mosquito in my plate. Yeah. So boom flick the midwives brew. So I did spicy, it didn't work. It was just like cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, them kind of thing, and hot water with a little sugar. Didn't work. Tasting. No, I lie. I lie. The spicy I think would. But this midwives brew is a specialty that is said to induce labor in expectant mothers. Midwives brew is a mixture of castor oil, nut butter, peanut butter, whatever. I had almond butter at the time, juice, and tea. So you had to use lemon tea. I forget what kind of juice. Peanut butter and castor oil. Tell me how you think now it is. Tell me, comment down below and tell me how you think now it is. It was bare ass tree, ass juice, thick ass juice. Now they said midwives brew may cause diarrhea, cramping, and painful contraction. So obviously you might get diarrhea because it's castor oil. Castor oil is give a pitch. It didn't work. It didn't work. Or it didn't work, you know. So the spicy, let me make sure I get it in correct. Spicy tendy. One common method suggested for reducing labor is drinking cumin tea. Me no. But I had cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves in my room. I just pass that thing in hot water. And that one you're supposed to drink a glass every hour. So I had made the midwives brew in the evening, nighttime. It was night. It was like after supper. Didn't work. So then, like after 8, now mind you, I'm pregnant and I staying up late, cannot sleep. Staying up late, sleeping whole day. So obviously it was nighttime. I up my prime time, cool prime time, moving around, functioning like normal. So I had drank the midwives brew 7 o'clock, and then the spiced tea I had started to drink like after 8. So I started drinking the 1 glass because I had make a tall thing. I started drinking 1 glass every hour, and since Thursday I was doing exercise to induce labor. So I had this one video that I was doing all the time, like 2 to 3 times a day or in the night time. Yeah, starting to, because my neighbor, she was pregnant just before me and she's a fitness instructor. So she was like, you need to do exercise or you're going to be in real pain. Like you're going to be in real pain and you're going to regret it. You're going to rip, all kind of thing. When I told you, that frightened me, but at the same time, I was too lazy to do the exercise. So I had started doing the spice tea, and then after one, I feel like something was suspicious. Me. So I was feeling like if I was peeing, but when I water break, it's supposed to be like a gush, like if you peed on yourself. But I was feeling like if I was almost want to pee myself, but it was like a little bit. So it was like a little tinkle. So I was in the bathroom and I yanked out my drawers. I was like, what is going on here? Guys, viewers discretion. I forget to say that at the beginning of the video. When I checked my drawers, my mucus plug came out. Now, if you're a mother, you know what the hell that is. For all of the fellas, girls who's not mothers, your mucus plug is a very snot-like thing that is come from in your punky. and that is what is basically block your water bag from wasting. Well, block your water bag from leaking. So mine came out, and stupid me wanted to make sure, stood up doing this with it, playing with it, and I was like, So I took a picture for reference when I go in the hospital or whatever, just to make sure this is my makeup already. And from that time, after 1 in the morning, it wasn't even after 1, it was still before 10 o'clock, my water started leaking. So, cool. Eventually I went to sleep. I had messaged my brother. I was like, my water leaking. He was like, serious? I cannot wake up mommy. I said, no, don't wake up mommy. Next thing you know, it's our false alarm or whatever. Because when she had carried me in the hospital and they was like, go back home. So I said, next thing is a false alarm. Tell me about. I tell him, don't wake up mommy. But what we should have done was woken up mommy. So I went to sleep again next morning, already fly. I went to sleep next morning. So Saturday, I have online class. Vibes. So I had a presentation. So I went to my class like normal where my mother was leaving because I think she went out somewhere. I was like, mommy, I think my water leaking. She's like, I'm like, oh, what do you want to do? I said, well, I'm not feeling no cramps. My water leaking since the last night. I tell Carol that. I'm not feeling no contractions. So I go and I come back to go see. But one of my mother's friends had given me a number for a midwife from the hospital. A midwife from the hospital. So I messaged her during the day. I waited till class done. When my presentation done, and I messaged her, and I was like, I think my water leaking since last night, I am because well come out, but I don't feel no contractions and leaking a little bit. She's like, find your ass in the hospital now. I was like, I said my mother not home now. She come home just now. So when she come home and go, she's like, yeah, find your ass in the hospital now, ASAP. I was like, vibes. Weird. So yeah, girl, pick up she bag, baby bag. I said I'm with my mother. And I go on to my grandmother. My grandma's like, so I didn't say something. I said something. I didn't say something to you for you to panic. You have to call and find. I said no. But that was literally the day before before I had to go and get the news. So I worked at all my paperwork, everything. Calling hospital to make this child to see what is really going on. Why does this child refuse to get out of my cats? Like for real, only he just was enjoying a nice life, but he brights because out here. I sure if he didn't know it was gonna be so hot out here, he would have stayed inside. Really. I don't know. Well, yeah, by the way, I like them little children. No, yes, I eat them. This don't drink anything. Because if I drink anything, I'm going to get full and I'm going to stop eating. Let's go there for children. Boom. Calling the hospital. Waddling. Name you. Yeah, I am. Come to give birth. The security guard. Alright, yeah. The next floor. So I look in the toes, the steps. You can make? I say, yeah, I really don't know. We will call somebody for you to carry up in a wheelchair. I said, no, it's alright. This time I didn't have to have the steps already. I said, no, it's alright. Grandma, I was getting no contractions. You boy? The boy can shake it. Go down the steps. I woke up with my bag. My mother not gone home. I said, what tell you to go home? You don't even know what's going on. You gone. So I went to my boyfriend. My boyfriend, like, he sort of get, we're going on with you. Take me. No, all they know me, how I just react. I be like, I'm not gonna overreact. To be honest, every time I found out I was pregnant and my first ultrasound, this did not even feel real to me. Like, I felt like it was just an imagination, you know? So it did not feel real at all, at all. Me being in the hospital bed and nothing felt real. Like, dead ass, I felt like I was just imagining everything. Up until I reached home, that's when I was like, what is this? Oh, what is this? When they brought the baby for me the next morning, I just sit down watching him. Like, I literally sit down watching him. And when the doctors come to check up on me, I was like, I can lift him up. They're like, yes, it's your baby. You have to see about it now, you know. I was like, I don't know why. I just want to make sure. And I was afraid to hold the child. Anyways, I go on the I spoke to the nurse. Oh, my nose real. I spoke to the nurse. They what you call it? They checked me in. They put me on the bed. They had to call a doctor. Hold on, guys. Bye, I'm making a video. I'm messaging. My mom called me. Anyways, so they had to get the doctor to come and see how far I am dilated. Dilated is the distance your punky is open for the child to come out. Only when they check me on Wednesday, when they checked me the day I went, I was this much dilated. This is nothing. This is probably how your cat is me all the time. As this much. When I went, when I was just leaking, as this much. Nah, lie, as this much. Your punky is supposed to be about this. From there to there. For the child to come out. And as this much. So mind you, I went there in the evening. It was over 12 hours my water leaking. So the check me and whatever. They use you know the duck lips thing you see on the shoes on them. They use that to open to see if they saw any fluids now, and they didn't see fluids, which means my water was leaking, but it didn't burst, it didn't break. Alright, so now I have to go on. Now I have to be checked in on the wall because they were just checking me in on the little checkup thing. Now they have to put me on the wall because they have to monitor me. I have to stay there because my water is leaking. Bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, when they put me on the ward now, so now I have to go into hospital mode, labor mode. So when they go in to give labor, you have to do enema, which is something that they have to squirt up in your boomsy hole. You have to squirt it up in your boomsy hole, and it's to purge out your intestines so that when you're giving labor and you're pushing, you won't shit. You're not allowed to eat. When I check in there, my blood pressure was low. They gave me some Mobi. They was like, you want something to eat? I said, no, it's okay. So they brought some Mobi for me, some very sweet Mobi, might I add, to stand up my pressure, because my pressure is low. Mommy, your pressure is very low, you know, you have to eat something. I was like, I'm not really hungry. Well, after you want some Mobi? I was like, thanks. It was either that or tea. I don't know hot tea in the afternoon. They brought the Mobi for me. I drink like about this much. And I said, you finished already? I said, yeah, I don't know. She take it. So then the doctor had to come and do the enema. So when they do the enema, you can't eat, you can't drink anything. You probably can have some water. You cannot eat, you cannot drink. Now when you do the enema, you have to go and bathe and put on the hospital gown. Right. To make sure you're clean now. So when she first of all, no, she had to burst my water bag first, right? Let me start there. So to me, I feel like my placenta, my water bag moved because of how frequently and the positions that I had sex, right? So obviously with a big belly, you don't have much comfortable positions that you're used to do. So because I was doing certain positions repeatedly, I felt like that caused my back to shift now. So when she had to burst it, when they burst in it, they just go. Look at me, because this is what they did. This is what they did to me. They just go. I'm gonna pull on my ring and feel around until I get it. Pull with their best might, and then try to bring it down. So while they bring it down, they have a hook thing, a plastic hook that they now shove to hook the bag and burst it, right? Mind you, I'm lying on this, right? But how it was, I had to cock up in a rail. Like my leg had to be up on the wall and my next leg had to be, because it was my placenta was such an not even placenta, is it placenta? My water bag was such an awkward position that I had to pose up in an awkward position. So then she had to, now she keep getting trouble, so her hand is this deep in me, trying to get my water bag to be sit deep as. So she keep getting trouble, whatever. Eventually she burst it, and she had me lying down on one of them bed parties used for old people. And when it burst, I literally just felt water, and all my butter and my back had pussy water. Very disgusting. So anyways, That part alone was probably the most painful part now. The second most painful part out of all of it. So, boom, flick. That's why I had to go and bathe, because I had like fluids all over my back and thing. Because I was like, so same time she do the enema. So she squirted. She's like, you have to hold it for as long as you could, and don't fart nothing, because they just send water up your bottom. So obviously it's going to come back out. Get your stuff, go in the bathroom, bathe, shut bathe, come back out, put on the hospital gown, come back out. All the iron I bash my bottom's in the leak. And the cry. My bottom was leaking. I was like, oh my god, this is the most nonsense I've ever had to do in my life. So, boom. But remember, I didn't really eat for the day, because I was too focused on going to labor. So I hardly eat. I probably eat breakfast, and I didn't eat for the rest of the day. So I didn't really have to do, you know. Anyways, use the toilet, bathe, put on the gown, come back out. The hospital it's supposed to be warm, but it was cold. It was dog cold. Dog nose cold. Anywho, right, so they had me. Now when they monitoring your baby and your baby heart rates, they just put the clip on your finger to monitor your heart rate, and they just have a belt thing across your belly to monitor the baby heart rates. And then another one to feel, and another belt thing for when you're having contractions to see how far past it is with them. So all the I need is in homework, right? I was having little to no contractions. My contractions were real far apart. It was very slight. I didn't feel it. They saw it on the skippy thing. The machine read it out like very slight. They was like, you feeling that? I said no. I was having contractions, and it was so I didn't feel anything. Like I was just lying on there on my phone. So booming time is about 7 o'clock. They're looking to induce me because almost 24 hours and my water leaking. That's not good for the baby. That means the baby's losing fluid, which means it can result in complications for him and for me. So they were looking to induce me. They had to do tests to see if I was allergic to the penicillin. Lucky for me, I was. When they injected to me, so the whole area started to turn red. They was like, no, get something else. So they had to wait for the doctor to sign off on a new induction medicine. They had to find a doctor, because like 2 doctors just needed me about 5 minutes. Because I was just that special, man. It had nobody else on the wall on it. Nobody else. So yeah, when it did induce me now, the baby heart rate dropped now, and as they put it in and it filtered into the drips or whatever, I immediately felt pain. Now when they induce in here, your contractions just come faster, and it just be painful because it doesn't get time to process and the body won't get time to relax or whatever. So it just be faster and painful, but it does get the job done. So as they do that, my belly started real, like it was hurting so bad, and the baby's heart rate dropped. So they started to shift me from side to side to see if they could find back his heartbeat, whatever. So they started to panic, but I was in so much pain. I was just crying from the pain. No, I lie. I was confused because they started to panic, and they said, "Where's this one? Where's that one?" And they started to move fast and hustle and bustle. And I was like, "What's going on? I'm in pain. Talk to me right now." Now, mind you, when I was lying down, I needed to pee. So you're not allowed to get up and pee in case you decide to have the baby in the toilets. So they had to put in something called a catheter. So in the little pee hole, let's use my nail as my pee hole. Right? So they had to chuck a little tube. The tube was must be the size if so small. Because they looked for the smallest tube and the smallest tube was still big. So they just take this little tube here and chuck it up a pee hole. Far up. So that's, and I thought obviously it's a tube attached to a pee bag. So that anytime you need to pee, you don't have to pee. Pee just coming out for itself. Right? Coming out for itself. So that alone hurt. It was a very uncomfortable. It burned because you know chuck something up my pee hole. I felt very violated. Like that and the bursting of my water bag was the most violated I felt during the whole thing. Anyways, so no, that catheter was a real important part of the story earlier. So when it is the baby, heart rate started to drop. Everybody started to panic. And then I started to cry because I really were in pain. Or they telling me my child heart going. Now, luckily, my child was just playing games now. He was just pulling a little prank. Psych. Luckily for me. Luckily for us. He was just psych. You know? Thank God for that. So they started to call. They started to call for OBGYN. They started to call for what just call it, the labor delivery room thing. They had to get a girl in the hospital bed. Well, yeah, when I tell you that, them make me cry because they started to move so panicky and nobody was telling me what was going on. So when I started to cry and I started to ask what happened, then they started to explain piece by piece. So one of the fellas is a male, one of the nurses is a male nurse. So when they bring the gurney, they're like, come on, get up, and sort of fling me up to get up. So I started to cry. I want to know what is going on. My nice love in my catheter. When I tell her that is tight in the pee hole. So any sudden movement you'll feel it. Then hurry me to get on the next hospital bed to go to the operating room. So now I fly up on the same speed I hustling to get up on top that. My tube hook up and it pull. Coop. All in that cute waterworks. I set a ball on the place. Here the nurse, darling, we don't have time to cry. We have to go and save a baby. Come on, let's go. Me. Now I started thinking about how my mother feeling bad, and I tell my mother that she gonna feel bad, how she couldn't be here. My boyfriend would be worried because he fell on his child at risk, all kind of madness. So first I was crying. I didn't even know when we reached in the operating room. We just zoomed down. And I tell you zoom, it was literally like in the movies, running. And bouncing the bed up on the wall and all kind of madness. I said, them need to check their license. I need to get a re-evaluation. Bouncing up on the wall, end up in the elevator, going to the floor. And I know as we reach in the room, the AC biting cold. AC was biting all in. Now I am crying. I'm on a medication. I'm medicated. The most happening right now. Them put me on the table. Now how the table was, you had to put your hands so, and obviously your legs going so. All of them strapped on my hands so. I lie. The hard one, they tell me, stretch out your hand, and they're trying to, alright, breathe, come, you need to calm down. If we need to do this, you need to calm down. to make able to take off my clothes or like I start to shake like a leaf. I start to shake so. Alright, the whole the rubber, alright, just not alright, calm down. I like shaking. My whole body literally started to shake and twitch. Because I started to feel so cold. And then they had to sedate me because I was going to do an emergency C-section, which was not planned. It was emergency because as in hospital terms, I went into fetal distress. So the baby, fetal, was under fetal distress because his heart rate dropped. So I had to have an emergency C-section. So they fully sedated me. I had to put it, they let me hold the mask for myself. They said hold this and you are taking deep breaths. That had me stop crying too. Like taking the deep breaths with the mask and how it sounds like a cool and time. Take deep breaths and you're counting backwards from 10, right? So when I start to and I count backwards from my 10, all I know is they take my hand, they strap me down, and that was it. All of that. I was like, I didn't even know when I knocked out. All I know is they strap down my hand, so next thing I get back up. I'm getting back up. So I had an emergency C-section. I wish I could show you where it is, but it's below this is my panty line, and it's right here. Now, I feel like they're supposed to do it neater, but because I feel like how they were in such a rush, the line was crooked, because normally it's supposed to be one smooth line, but how they were in such a rush, the line, and not like crooked like that, it like, you know when you're trying to draw a line, how it is, right? So I'm just like, look at how they just cut you. Now, if y'all ever seen a TikTok, I saw a TikTok once where they were explaining how many layers you have to cut for a C-section before you can actually reach the baby. It's like about 7 to 9 layers of flesh and all of those things before you can actually get to the womb where your baby is. So yeah, I them knocked me out cold. And when I got up, it's because they were putting me on the wall in my bed. So they had got all my stuff already and moved it to the bed, my assigned bed. And when I got up, it's because they already had the gurney next to my bed, and they were saying, "Mommy, they're calling mommy. They don't call it by name. They're calling mommy. When they're talking to you, they're calling mommy. Mommy, you need to get up. You need to help us a little bit. We're going to move you onto your bed." Me, I couldn't even see shit. When I tell them that, all I seen is pure darkness, and my whole body was so, like my entire head to toe was so. Now I took fresh out of operation, and it's still nighttime. It wasn't even. I didn't even think it was 12 o'clock yet. Nighttime, fresh out of operation. So they said you need to help us a little bit. You need to turn left to right. We can only do so much, but you need to help us. And then I turn, I groan, I move, and I groan. I feel like my mouth sticks out, my eyes stick, my whole body sore. They put me on the bed. They said stop here, get your rest in the morning. Only that was 10 o'clock. After fucking 5, the news come about time to get up. The sun was now peeking over the mountain. You tell me what time to get up. The place still in darkness. Time to get up. And how I had a C-section, I had to, you can't bathe yet, you have to wipe off. So I had to wipe off myself, brush my teeth. Mind you, out of 2 bowls of water, wicked. 2 bowls of water, I had to soak my skin, wipe off myself. And then on top of that, I didn't even have on no drawers. They had on the hospital pad, which is the one with the rings, easy take off, easy put on, easy take off. Terrible. So when it was time for me to stand up, the nurse was like, I'll come on to help you stand up, right? Because she had helped me sit up. She kind of helped me sit up. She said, you have to do this yourself. That's how you get better. You have to do it yourself. So I had to sit up in slow motion. She helped me a little bit because I was still kind of under anesthetic. She helped me wipe off myself. Well, she watched me wipe off myself. She went and she come back. She said when they're ready to stand up, like, I tell them. I say bliss. Now, unfortunately for me, when I stood up, I bled through my vagina and it went up all my leg and my slippers. I wanted to cry. That was the day for me. I was on the edge. I wanted to cry. She was like, that's okay. I'll clean them up. I threw away that slippers because it was a new hospital slipper. Like, them old timey slipper now. That I arrived at the I threw away that slipper because it was thin up in the blood. I threw it away. So, but when I cleaned up myself or whatever, she was like, you have to walk. I said, excuse me? She said, you have to walk. We have to go and walk. You have to come. Right now, the sun don't rise ever. They wake up everybody on the water. You have to get up before 6 o'clock. Sun don't rise. She carried me for my little walk. I waddle. It didn't really hurt that bad. Like, I was in pain, but only my belly. So, like, my body was sore from being so still. Being still for so long. But the only part that was really hurting me was my belly. And I tell her that my belly was looking old. You know how a 90-year-old skin does look? That's how my belly looked. And it was soft and mushy. It was playing with it. It was like real fun to play with. You're not supposed to do that, but I did that anyways. So, I'm not sleeping. I take my little walk. I went back and sit down. Nobody was home. And it was about 8 o'clock. And they brought everybody babies for them. Because I wasn't the only one who had a baby, apparently. Everybody else had natural births. Me with an emergency C-section. I lied! They had me with some other girls who had C-sections as well. So I think there were like 2-3 other women who had C-sections as well that same night with me. So they had all of us together, like grouped out. So yeah, when it was about 8 o'clock, they brought the babies for us. All that night, I sleep all night, yeah. But it's like I wanted to get up so bad. I was fighting to get up, and I could not even roll over. I was in pain too. So I couldn't really turn that much. So when they brought the baby, I literally just watched him. I was watching. I was sitting down watching him. And his eyes was open, bright as ever, watching me like, where you was all this time? The nurse was like, you have such a sweet baby. No, before they even bring him, they was like, dang, I'm your baby, that might give no trouble. She said he very alert, his eyes bright, he was quiet whole night. I was like, oh. She said he's a quiet person. I was like, no. She said he got from his father's a quiet person. Your baby's so sweet, he never make no noise, nothing. When they bring him for me, he just lied on me watching me. Doing nothing fingers. Seeing him was like 3 minutes still because hi, was he seeing? I watching him. I still literally sit down watching him. I did not. I touched his hands, and I was afraid to touch his hands. Like I thought I get in trouble or something. I was holding his finger. I had to take a picture of him, and I sent it to my boyfriend. I was like, ta-da! I sent a little video with his hand around my finger. Like, even though it was such I don't say traumatic because I'm delusional, it felt like it was not real. Now I know I'm delusional. It felt like it wasn't real, like it was just my imagination. You know how sometimes the dreams just feel real? It did not even feel like that. Like it was like lucid being lucid. It did not feel real at all. Like, it didn't feel real until I reached home. And I was just in my space with him. That's when it kind of ways I actually have a baby. Like, being pregnant did not feel real to me. None of that. It's only when I came home, not even, or like he hardly even cry. He didn't cry much. Like, he didn't cry for the first few days. And even if he did, he make like a little noise. He wasn't even crying. It was such, even though it was in a sense a traumatic experience, I would do it all over again for my child. He's not even here to take a little star, a little feature in the video. But even though it was such a traumatic experience, like, I know some other people that's like, oh my god, you okay? Like, but when I talk about it, I still laughing and saying because it's hard to believe that actually happened to me. That I actually lived through that. That's more than a milestone. That's a once in a lifetime experience. That's not ever going to happen again. I can tell you that for sure. I'm not having any more children. Somebody else could just had a little child when my child get born. Because it ain't finna be me again, I can tell you that. I would do it all over again just for myself. No joke. No joke. And you know how they say it's only when you have your children you understand? I understand. I totally understand. Like, watching him the whole day, him just being there, crazy. Like, you know, I actually have one of these. That's mine. That's my little cocoa fella. Oh, now my child is not going to be featured on my YouTube video until he's older. Oh yeah, I don't know. And it's so funny because, like, if I wasn't pregnant, if I didn't have my son, I have no idea where I would have been in my life. Like, what I would have been doing, how I would have been feeling, how I would be looking. I could not, like, no, I can't see my life without him. I can't imagine what my life would have been without my child. It's crazy. Like, it's totally crazy. Being away from my child for like a day, like if I go to work or something, normal. But like, yeah, spending the night away and then kind of thing, it's so weird because I'm so accustomed to having him there with me, especially because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I work from home. Being away for extended periods of time, like a day and a night, it's like, what am I supposed to do with my son? You know? I'm not promoting pregnancy, but I'm just saying it is be with it. All them time I had to take vitamins, I had to take what she's eating, what she's doing, in the end, it is be with it. I love you. But that is. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll be back sometime with another video.